All right, everybody, welcome back. Here doing a real quick check on the storm was another request that I was asked to take a look at. Before I get started, of course, thank you all for being here. Really appreciate you joining and listening in tonight. This, of course, is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice. And with all of those disclaimers out of the way, we'll go ahead and get started. Storm is a new coin that has been listed on Binance not too awful long ago. It's been in here for just a little while. When coins tend to get listed, usually you've got sort of a sell-off from when it's listed. Usually lasts a couple days before there's finally a green candle, but eventually, usually there is a little bit of an increase in the amount of buying that's occurring, and that has already happened. That's come and gone. That ship has sailed. And actually, if you were able to get in, usually when I buy into something that just gets listed on an exchange, I usually wait a day or two because of this the sell-off that usually occurs when it's first listed. I probably would have made an entry somewhere here between 250 and 280, and going from 250 to 280, that's about right here at 286. If I were to have sold up here at 759 or 800, that's basically a 300% profit at that point, where at least that's 2 or 300%. It's 3x that you'd be doing on your money. So that ship, again, that's gone, right? So now we need to take a look and see where we're at right now, and where we have these candles, where this candle closed and this candle opened. For me, that's a major area of resistance, and it's going to take a lot to get past that, because when we had a big massive pump, this volume right here is basically saying, this is the highest that the bears are going to let it go. So we had a lot of buying. We have a lot of people that bought up here. A lot of people are wanting to get rid of their bags that they've been holding for a while. And so basically, we have right here another major area of resistance that we're seeing. And that's based off of several candles that were not able to pass through this level. So this is a major area of resistance. So now we have two levels of resistance at this level between 725 and 750. We just have a tremendous amount of resistance that we will meet if we're able to get back up to this area. Now, if we're able to get back up there, maybe it'll push through. But it's really hard to tell. Now, what we do have here is we have just very limited history. We have some trending based on where the cup had formed. We had it up here at 750 or so. We were able to form a cup and a reversal and a breakout, right? So this ship has sailed, right? So buying down here, taking an entry based on the reversal from where we were seeing from here. That ship has sailed. We saw support here at this level, and it finally made its way back up. We had a lot of people that were looking for a cup and handle pattern, and maybe that is true. Maybe that did form a cup and handle if we take a look at it from this perspective. So let's say that we're taking it from this level, and we're looking to see if we can form a cup at this point, and then we have a little bit of a handle, and then we went all the way up here to our resistance at 750. So if you're taking your entry based on where you typically would on a cup and handle, you'd be taking it on the breakout and then meeting it at 750. That's still a 17% profit at that point. Of course, keeping your stop loss, fairly conservative, just in case the cup and handle didn't form. So potentially a cup and handle had formed and we had a breakout. It moved sideways for a long time. So if you didn't sell up here, you had a whole week to make up your mind. And if you didn't do it, then and you're just holding, that's fine. But you can see the ramifications of doing that. So this is why I always say that you should definitely be conservative, don't be greedy, especially when you have something like this that had its major volume, and it's basically been sort of moving downward. And we had a decent amount of volume here, but the volume that we had down here is really below average, except for this one candle. Everything else has been below average, and you can see the trend is starting to drop off as well. And you heard me in some of my other videos talk about the Stochc RSI. If you take a look at the Stochc RSI for this coin, you can see that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, the RSI has literally been zero. This has been zero, and that is, severely oversold. There's been, buying, of course, to keep the price up, but it's been going down ever since. At some point, Storm might be a good buy. Right now, it is not. Right now, it is not. And what I'm looking for the our blue line here on the Stochc RSI, which is our shorter term, and the orange colored one is lagging behind just a little bit. Looking for this to show a reversal. You can take a look at the 4-hour charts. You can take a look at the 1-hour charts and look at the RSI on those for some swing trades. But our trend is moving down, and it looks very, very sad. So I would not suggest making an entry at any point in time here in the near future until you see this RSI start to pick back up. And really, you're looking for it to cross 20. As soon as it crosses 20, that is, somewhat of a bullish move to show that it's potentially moving back up. But if this trend line stays true, and if this RSI stays as low as it is, there's a very good possibility that over the next 3 or 4 days that this may actually move all the way back down to 440 or 450 before it actually starts to kind of turn around. And maybe that's enough for it to recharge to break up through 750. Right now, there's not enough history to see, a really good view of what the cloud might look like. There's not a lot of history for trend analysis, not a lot of history for really very much, except for taking a look at our squeeze and our momentum and the Stochc RSI. Those are what we have to look at. So again, my suggestion, wait for a reversal, wait for this trend to be broken, because as long as we're continuing to stay here and we're staying below this particular line, it's just not looking real good right now. So not a lot is looking good right now. So I guess you take that with a grain of salt, but definitely for the last several days, this has just not been doing well. It's been moving downward. And again, if you kind of take a look here at the 4-hour chart with this RSI, the time to get out was right here between the 2nd and the 3rd. So the 2nd and the 3rd would be around this area right here. So think of this as how much are you saving yourself by selling when that indicator hits? We're talking basically, if you were to have held up here instead of selling, like the Stochc RSI indicator would have told you to, you would have saved yourself a 27% loss. So really, you have to take a look at these indicators and educate yourself. Because that's what we're doing here. We're not giving financial advice. We're just educating you how to read the market, how to read the charts. Maybe at the end of the day, I'm putting myself out of a job. But if you are able to educate yourself and make wiser decisions looking at these charts, then more power to you. So that's what I've got on Storm. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, feel free to like, subscribe, share. We'd love to see you in the Discord. So hopefully I'll catch you guys there. Otherwise, I will see you all on my next video. Have a good night.